Hi, in today's class, we'll be looking at how to import data in Sage 50 accounting software. First thing we have to do is to log into the application as usual while I wait for the application to load up. Once the application is done loading up, the next step is to go to the company model. So whenever you want to import your data or you want to export your data, which you know what we mean by that, maybe you want to import a particular information you have from your Excel sheet, you want to bring it down here to your Sage application, or a particular information you have here on Sage, you want to export it out to the Excel sheet. What you have to do is to come to the company model. You scroll down and you're going to see where we have import data and export data. So in Sage 50, you can import data for your customer data, you can import your item data, you can import your supplier data, and you can import also your asset information. So take note, I said that in Sage 50, you can import both your customer data, your supplier data, your item data, and your asset information. Now, you cannot import transactions, okay? So just take note of this. So getting to do this, you come, if for example, we want to import, all we have to do is to come over here where we have import data. So click on import data. So when you click on import data, you'll find out that this screen is going to pop up. Here we have import data from CSV. So to import your data, there are following steps you need to follow. The first step is to select the type of data that you want to import. You have to select the type of data you know quite well you want to import into your Sage software. Now, it is very important to select the correct type of data, okay? Because if you select the incorrect type, I can assure you that you might end up corrupting your data. So right here we have in CSV, import data from CSV. Now in the CSV file, data date format field, which you can see here, we have CSV file date format field. Okay, here you the way your dates display in your file, you know, you're about to import has to do with which of the format you have selected. Yeah. Now, I talked about select what to import. So if you check in here, it could be you want to import your customers, you want to import your suppliers, you want to import your items or your asset information. And if you look in here, these are basically those aspects that it covers. Like I said, you can only import your customer, that's one, supplier two, item three, and asset information. Take your time, go through this. You find out that those are the information that are there. So you ensure you select the right date format, and Sage 50 will convert the dates to the date format of your company once it is imported. Now, we now also have this CSV import file, okay, field. Now in this CSV import file field, you have to click on this option which says choose file. So if I click on choose file, you know, you have to click on it to find your file that you want to import. And you know what we mean when we say want to import a data, want to import a file, it means we want to go and bring a file here to upload. It means we want to upload. Okay, so when you click on that choose option, whenever you know you want to upload it, you want to import a file, you have to click on the choose option so that you can be able to do what? Go bring up that file or to go find your file that you want to import. So this file must be in CSV format. Now, what is, you can see right here, it brought me here and I have to look for that file. Now, what do we mean by CSV? What we mean is comma separated file format. So CSV is a comma separated file format, and you must make sure that the file you want to bring is in that CSV format. Okay, so it's very important. So if you have seen it, you selected that particular file, let's say this is the file here, selected and we say open. Okay, definitely is going to come up, find it for you. Now, if your data file contains things like column headings, if it contains column headings, okay, what you have to do is this. You come below here, you will see my CSV import file contains column headings. So you have to do what? Check this box, click it, select it. If you know what the file you want to import contains column headings, you have to tick on this box, so that it's going to be selected. But if your data, or if your file, or if the record, or if the information you want to import does not contain headings, okay, does not contain column headings, there is no need of you doing that. No need of you selecting the box. Please just kindly untick the box. Okay. So once you're done with that, you've done that, what do? You have to click on the next button. I repeat, you have to click on the next button, which is very important. So let's try one. Let's try one. Let's see if there is such file that we can use. So let me click on choose file. Let me try this sales analysis for October 2022, and let me say open. So you can see it says invalid file format for import, that only CSV file format are what? Supported. So let me look for a CSV file format. So let's try a good example here. So don't forget what I said, that there are only 4 data type you can actually import here in Sage 50. It's either you're importing your customer data, or your supplier data, or your item data, or your asset information data. So for those who are just watching, take note of that so that you can be able to ensure that your data is imported successfully. So like I said, after you have selected the type of data, which you have to do that here, where we have select what to import, we are going to try an example. Let's say we want to import list of our customers. So all we have to do on this list, we have to select what? Customers. If it's supplier list or supplier data information, you select supplier. So now I'm going to say customers, and that's it. So for the CSV file date format, I will leave this date, month, and year. I'm going to leave that over there. Then for the CSV import file, I'm going to import what I want to bring on. And so take note, say Sage 50 only allows CSV file formats. That's what I call the comma separated file format. So I'm going to click on choose file, and it will take me down there. So let's assume I have a particular CSV file. Okay, let me show you the CSV file. Let's assume we have this file here, okay, which is our company customer list. This is just a short one. Okay, so this is in CSV file format. Okay, for those of you who doesn't know or have a sample of such format, you can browse it from your Google. I want to see a CSV comma separated file format. So actually, I prepared this. You can see the name of my customers. You can see the category of my customers. We have the loyal customer, some are loyal customers, some are discount customers. We have balances owed. Okay, this becomes the outstanding balance. So it also has to be brought over there. For those of you who watch our previous class sessions, you will understand what we mean by starting balances, opening balances. Then contact name for these customers, because the customers can be a company. For example, customers can also be individual. You can see ABC delivers, is a logistics company. So with the telephone session, mobile, active actions. So these columns can be had to be maintained. So if I move back to okay, let me share that properly so you see what I was referring to. Okay, so this was what I was talking about. The name column, the category column, the balance, contact name. You can see for my customers information. Okay, I just noticed those explanation I was giving was not captured. So it was not showing you the screen. So this is the screen I just talked about. Okay, that I created the name, category, balance, contact name, telephone, mobile, active, actions. So you must ensure yours is arranged properly in the comma separated format. And like I said, if you don't have it, you don't know how to get started with it, you can go to your Google and download a sample of that in kind of format. So once you're done with that, I will go back now to my, okay, I'll go back to this very screen for the import data's H screen, and I will click on what, choose file. So once I choose file, ladies and gentlemen, I'll look for that file. I saved it as company customers. So yep, that's the file. Okay, this is the file. So before I click on it, let me show you something. Let's go and check our customers list to be sure that our customers list is empty, so that some persons will not be confused. If you see our customer list, there is no customer. There is no customer for this customer list. It's now want to import customer. You can as well create a new customer, but importing is not like creating. In importing, you're already uploading existing customers you have in your CSV format. You're bringing them here. But when you want to create, you have to click on add a customer to be able to create, but that will be looked into in another class. So now what do we do? Since you have found out that there is no list of customers at the moment, you don't have Mary, you don't have ABC delivers, then you have to come over, instead of putting it one after the other, creating it one after the other, to save time, it's either you click on import customers here or come to company model, come to import data. And when you get to import data, what do you want to import? We selected, we say customers. File and date format will say this is okay for us, or you select from the options. Choose file is choose. You click on choose. Then you look for it. We say is the company or company customers. You say open. So once you open, it's going to be uploaded because it's already on the acceptable format, which is the comma separated format, which has to do with CSV file format. Now I told you about this, okay, about this part where you have the column headings. And I said that is very important, most especially if you know you don't want to, that if your data file contains column headings, you need to check the my CSV import file contains column headings. And I have to select it because if I go back to that very data file, okay, if I come back here, you see it definitely contains, my column contains headings. So I have to ensure that I have selected that very option. Yeah, I ticked it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So I ticked it. So once you're done with this, you can then do what? Click on next. Now, when you click on next, this window is going to pop up. Okay, this window is going to pop up and displaying this very information, which you can see here from name, category, opening balance, and so on. Now, you need to tell the system which field on the import file corresponds to which field in Sage 50, because this is Sage 50 field information. So which field on the import file corresponds with this field? For example, this accounting field name, this means Sage accounting field name. What Sage have already designed. This your imported file field name. So all the columns in your imported file, all the name you use to categorize your files, okay, to group them if on your sheets is going to appear here. For example, you can see this corresponds in Sage 50 customers file. There is name. There's a place for name. You must provide name of what you're uploading from your sheets, and you can see it corresponds with name on my sheet. Mine, I use capital letter name and it corresponds. So Sage is going to bring them up for you to see. And you can see category. There must be category section provided and corresponds with my category. So if I scroll down, you can see I don't have any aspects. I did not provide delivery address. So it's not there. So I say do not import this for me. So it's not going to import since I did not provide it. So same way, if I scroll, you can see active. Is this person an active customer? Active, active. You can see it there and so on. Those are the informations I do what provided. So ladies and gentlemen, you must ensure that you tell the system which field on the to import. For example, if there was opening balances, okay, and I say I want to import opening balances, all I have to do is to click on my own fields part and select from the list. Now this list is going to bring up all the headings I have in my own file that I want to import, from name, category, balance, contact name, telephone, mobile, active, actions. Now, if I come over to where we have, let me share that CSV sheet. If I come, you will see we have balance, and balance have to be meshed with that of the opening balance that we have over there. So if I come here and say opening balance, merge it with the balances that I have. So I will come opening balance, say opening balance, import it for me with the balance. You can see I have now strike balance to opening balance. And same way, there is any information that I needed, like telephone number. Okay, let's say telephone number was provided. Okay, I can mesh telephone number with my telephone that I have over here. And provided I provided telephone number, I'll be able to see that. But in the sheet, I did not provide any phone number. So I'm going to ignore that. So I will just proceed now. So the first column displays the names of the fields in the system, and that's what we have here. Okay, the second column displays the fields in the import file. Okay, you can see it here, the name in the system and the name in the import file. So you have to choose each field name from the import file field name list. Not all fields have to be imported. Okay, and you can also decide to skip fields during imports. You have to choose do not import. If, for example, I don't want balances for these customers to be brought down here, all I have to be brought forward here, all I have to do is to say do not import. And when it's imported, you'll notice that opening balances will not be there. So most times, if you notice such a thing, know that it was in do not import. So you have to come back and redo it again, then ensure that you make changes by striking its opening balance to its respective field. So once you're done with this, you have to click on this next button, and Sage 50 will import your transactions. It's as simple as that. So let's look into that. So I click on next. So you can see Sage CSV import is now complete. 7 rows were imported successfully. 0 rows failed to import, meaning that 7 rows imported successfully. I can navigate to the sheet and say row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, row 7, okay, row 8. And now they are telling us 7 rows were imported successfully, meaning that there is a row that was not relevant. So what do I do at this point? I have to go back to my Sage file. And when I get in here, I then do what? I click on finish. So I click on finish. Okay. So also take note that if you make changes to your import file, it will override the current data in your system. So ladies and gentlemen, you can see I've just imported the list of those customers, and I'm putting into consideration their name from ABC Delivers, which I say customer can be a company. It can also be an individual, because they are definitely those who pay you money or those who you render services to as a business, or you make sales of products or inventory to. So you can see right here, I've just uploaded name. This is the name section, the category. ABC Deliver is a discount customer at the moment. Maybe we are running sales discount, blah, blah, blah. And it's also qualified for that package, okay, or that discount. And you can see the balances at the moment, 0 balance. But for Lawal, it's owing us 20,000. You can see contact name, telephone was not maintained. If, for example, I entered that information, you would have seen the phone numbers. You can see active. I didn't specify if these ones are active. I say, yes, these are active customer, and so on. You can see the action section you can use to edit. Okay, if I'm saying I want to edit this customer now, I can see it. Maybe I want to make any changes. So ladies and gentlemen, this is just how you can actually import your data, both for your customers, like I said, or for your items, or for your suppliers, right here when you're working in Sage 50, or for your asset information. This is very important. So this is where we'll stop. And this is all you need to know on how to import data when it comes to Sage 50 accounting. So in the next video section, we'll be looking at how do you export data here in Sage 50. Thank you very much, and God bless you for staying tuned with us. Don't forget to watch and also practice. Thank you.